My son goes to a daycare, and they bring him to and from school. He was loaded on the daycare van at the school at 3:15. My husband reported to the daycare to pick him up, and he was nowhere to be found, as my husband then located him on the daycare van. He was left on the van. When my husband found him, he was severely soaking wet. We then called 911. EMS brought myself and my son to Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital. We are here now. He is severely dehydrated, and they are continuing to monitor him at this time. When I arrived at the center, my husband was extremely upset. He said that when he arrived at the center, that he went into one of the buildings and asked for Rowan, and they were not aware of where Rowan was. So he then walked out and went into another building, and they were not aware where Rowan was. Whenever Jody, my husband, turned around coming from the other building, he noticed Rowan trying to get out of the daycare van. As Rowan is only 4 years old, he just turned 4. If he was properly restrained in a car seat, he should not have been able to get out of that car seat on his own. So I am concerned as to if he was even buckled properly in his restraint.
So your husband went inside the daycare and asked where y'all's son was, and when they couldn't find him, that's when he saw your son coming out of the van?
Correct. And not only did he go in one building, he went in 2 buildings. And for even farther, I have an app on my phone that is linked to the daycare center, and it says that my sister was the one that signed him out of the center, and she was nowhere to be found.
Oh, so the daycare was showing that your son was already gone for the day.
They said that she signed him out at 5:32 p.m. At this time, we were still at the center, and the ambulance was there, and I was in the ambulance with my son.
What's your response to all this?
Extremely upset. It's unacceptable. They have to do better than this. It's not okay, and we are not okay. We are upset. He is upset. I'm concerned, as he is so young and has to go through something at such a young age like this.
Has he said anything as far as being in the van for nearly 3 hours?
He did say, my daddy got me, but that's all he told me.
Did he end up falling asleep that he stayed in there so long?
See, and that I'm not sure. Rowan has never been on a daycare van. This was his first time to ever even be on a van. So with him, it being his first day, poor thing had no idea what was going on. He did tell me that, Mama, I was stuck on the van, so I had to potty on myself because I couldn't get out of the van.
Oh, wow.
And his clothes are saturated. Yes.
Has the daycare reached out to you?
No, ma'am. We have not heard from anyone.
Well, if you can say anything to the owners or managers of this daycare, what do you say?
I really hope they do the right thing, and I really hope that they would contact us or our attorney and give us some type of answers as to why they would allow this to happen. I feel like you should have a head count when the children arrive and are buckled in safely in the van, and as well as whenever they depart from the van, to make sure everyone is accounted for.
Okay, ma'am. Is there anything else you would like to add?
That is all. Thank you.